What's up, guys? Doing another little Johns right here. You can see I've already cleared them. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's a little bit shiny, I guess. Clear coated, sandblasted, so there's no actual paint, so it's raw aluminum. This is the only one I think I messed up on, and I think one more has a run from the clear coat, but tires are mounted. I gotta swap out a part. So I gotta swap out my clutch master cylinder on the daily. So it's way back there on the 8th gens. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's way back there. It should be a lot easier this time around because I don't have the stock airbox. The last time I did it, it took me a little bit of time because I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't figure it was that far. It's like behind the shock tower that's up here. So it's back there. So it should be 2 bolts inside, if I'm not mistaken, a pin, and then the 2 bolts for the slave, the bolt for the 10 here for the reservoir. It should come out. We should be able to swap it out and put the new one in. When I did research, see which one was supposed to be quote-unquote good, they said the hard motion one on forums, so I ordered a hard motion one. It went out, and I hit them up. I told them if I had any warranty, and they didn't say yes. So the guy just said, "What's your order number? I'll send you a new one." So it's just, I guess, putting it in. But we're gonna go ahead and get this going. I might jack it up just so it can be a little bit higher. I don't think you need to. Jack it up, but I'm just gonna jack it up because I'm a little taller. David is probably gonna go inside. He's the one that always does the inside shit. He's a little bit smaller than me. My fat ass is gonna have to struggle to get in here, but we have to get the 2 bolts from down here because that's where it's leaking from. Try to show you. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right back there, and it's leaking oil down. You can see the stains. So it's leaking inside. So I'll have to. Last time I did it by myself, but it was on a lift, so I didn't have to like bend down so much. My fat ass was okay. Anyway, should be 2 bolts a pin. So we'll squeeze it out. Car's filthy. I haven't driven it because of this fucking bird shitted on everywhere. But let's get this going, and it's not a how-to, but I'll try to help out and show you guys what to do, what step to do. Alrighty, I'll be right back. I'm gonna jack it up. Alrighty, so car's already jacked up on the jack points, both sides. I just took off the intake so I can get to the slave right here. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully the light works, but it's right here where my finger's at. That's the slave. So another 2 12s, and I'll remove it. 110 for the reservoir. David right now is getting inside. We're gonna go ahead and do the, I believe it's 2 12s inside, so the thing can come out. The clutch master cylinder will come out, and then we can just swap it out once it's outside. So like I said, it's not a step-by-step, but just so you can get an idea, because it's hard to see it, but it's way inside over there. And if you still have the stock airbox, you definitely have a lot more steps, because it's the bottom piece of the airbox, top piece, the battery. I mean, there's quite a bit more steps. So last time I believe I removed it completely, because I had the stock intake and I was swapping in the, what is it, I'm not sure if it was the AEM, but it like shot down straight from here and it went this way. This one's a little bit different. This one kind of goes straight and down, and your battery sits here. It gets a relocating bracket and it sits further down. It's cool. Just sometimes when you gotta give somebody a jump, or like when I didn't drive it for a little while, the battery died, so it's a little weird to get in there and try to jump start it. But if you remove this, it has its own little bracket for it, and it gives you a little bit more room, but you get the idea. Like I said, it's not a how-to, it's just kind of showing you what the steps are. But anyway, you remove this airbox, whether you have the stock one or the intake tube like this. There's two bolts, which is pretty much these two. It's hard to show you, but this one and the bottom one, and it's inside. This is where the pedal sits on. So remove these two 12s and it should slide out from back there. I have to wiggle it out, and then you have this small reservoir right there. It's just 110, so we'll remove that, and then the two 12s down here, and everything should come out as one piece. When you do have the stock hard line, it's a little bit trickier, but I have a steel braided line, so it should be a lot easier. And David's in there, so
got the pins right here.
on what you're doing, or what you did.
So we took the two 12s, one's right here. Not sure if you can see it. There you go. Right there, that's one. There's another one on the back side, and then we got the pin right there. You go. I'll get it off right now, man. It's kind of hard to move.
All right, and we'll be right back to the next step. All right. Did you get the 10? So I'm taking off the slave right now. Alrighty, so slave's out, and just gotta try to stick my hand. All the way inside. And take this little tent off. That's it. That's how you give birth. So this is everything. And now hopefully, oh, I don't know if you could tell right here, but that's where it's leaking from. So I'm gonna swap this out and put the new one in and put it back in there and then go ahead and bleed it. Alrighty guys, we'll be back. Alrighty, so new one's on, quote unquote. And now we gotta do exactly what we did earlier, just the reverse. So now it's gotta go in instead of out. This thing was a pain in the ass last time I put it in. You guys can struggle with me. Not the best view, but you guys will get the idea. Alright, so battery died earlier. Swapped out the battery so you guys can struggle with us too. It's not just us. I don't have a lot of faith on this clutch master cylinder because it's like a no-name brand now. Last one was a Nissan, which is quote unquote OEM for Honda in some parts, but this replacement that Hard Motion sent us doesn't have any name on it, so it's gotta be another Chinese brand, and I'm not sure if it's gonna last, so hopefully it lasts long enough for me to save up and buy an OEM one again, straight from Honda. So I don't know if you guys know, but these cars come with a like delay valve on the clutch master cylinder. So they come with the delay valve on the clutch master cylinder, so when you, I guess, hit the clutch real quick, it will actually what they call rev hang. So you'll get rev hang, and that's why we change it out to the EM1, so you get no rev hang, it's all quick. But with that being said, you're supposed to switch out the slave as well with it, because I believe the slave for the 8th gens also have a delay, not the valving, but there's a delay. So oh, I don't know where the old one went.
Over here.
Where is it? Anyway, the stock one has a dual valving in here. This is just a single valve direct. The stock one that comes from the 8th gens has a dual valve in here, so you get rev hang when you're kicking ass, so it's hard for you to like launch it, stuff like that. But it's supposed to like help the clutch like live longer, and the rest of the tranny motor obviously not taking so much abuse. With this single valving on the clutch master cylinder, it's more violent, so I don't know if that's why it went out, but it went out. So we're replacing it with, like I said, contact Hard Motion, and they sent me a replacement, but it's not, it doesn't say Nissan like this one does. This one says actual Nissan on the side. The new one does not say Nissan, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a lot of faith, but hopefully it's long enough for me to save up and buy a OEM Honda one, because I think they're around 200 bucks, somewhere around there. So you get ahead and button this up real quick, and then I'll get back to you guys here shortly once we gotta bleed it. bleed the system. But it's pretty tight. It's a tight area. A little bit more brake fluid. Better? Alright guys, so we're practically done with this. This is a little rig we have to bleed. We got that at was it Harbor Freight, right? It was a Harbor Freight. Snap-on, Blue Point, all these other companies, they make them a little bit better than this one, but I mean this one seems to be working kind of okay. So we just go ahead and use that. You can do it manually as well. So if you want to just pump it a couple times and open it up, pump it, open it up, close it, you know, etc. Just repeat that process until it gets consistent inside on the pedal. But he went ahead and or David went ahead and did the 2 bolts inside. Obviously everything else seems to be okay. I'm gonna go take it out for a test drive. We just used some .3 AutoZone brake fluid. They're all almost the same. I mean, just make sure you change it every, 2-3 years, regardless. Just any brake fluid tends to absorb moisture. So, but we're gonna get and tighten this up, and I'll get back to you guys here shortly, because I do want to try out the wheels on the hatch. I'm gonna try these wheels on the hatch. Here's our bikes too, and David's sedan. We need to start removing things or sanding. Are you gonna stay with the AKK one, or are you gonna go AKK2s? So then we have to go source out a subframe. Lower front control arms, and we should be good. So I don't know what else he's gonna do. We probably need to delete that ABS somehow if he's not gonna keep it, or we're gonna try to keep it. I don't know what's going on. Never done one on an EX, so we'll figure this out. Was it that way? So slow. So wheels are on. It was just gonna, by the way guys, if you guys have any donations, we need some donations for a new sweater. David needs a new sweater, and he's just gonna adjust the pedal, but the wheels are on. Huh?
We need some tires.
Was it? I will catch you on the next one.